we have here our little upside down kite base. Now if you'll notice at the bottom forms a small triangle, like that. We're just going to take this, place it in front of us, fold this up, fold that triangle straight up like that. So this is what it looks like. Nice crease, and bring it back. It's okay if it pops up, don't worry about that. This is what it looks like. Okay, what we just made is a hinge. This is our hinge right here. And we're going to use it to open our door. To open the door, you lift the two wings on the side straight in the air. You pick up just the very top layer of paper and you swing the door open. See the hinge? Swing the door on the hinge. Now as you go down, you help it collapse and squash it flat. Let me show you that again. The only reason this is a little bit tricky to do is that there's no way to make all the creases go in the exactly correct direction you need them at this point. You make your hinge. That's very important. You won't be able to open this without that hinge first. Lift the wings up. Pick up just the top layer of paper and swing it open. As it swings open, you collapse the sides in. Just give them a little help to collapse. These sides squash flat. Now's a good time to go over a few creases. Make them nice and sharp. Okay. I'll turn it over on the other side, on the back. You see you have two more wings and another triangle on the bottom that needs to be made into another hinge. Squash the hinge like that. Bring it back. Let it go. Pick up the wings straight up. Pick up just the top layer of paper right up here. Pull it open like that. Squash it down flat just like you did on the other side. And go over the creases, make them nice and sharp. Beware of paper cuts at this point, because this is the step where they usually happen. We're using an edge on here, and sometimes the kids will get too close to that edge and get a cut in their finger. Okay, now we have a little triangle band with two legs. Right? Okay, now with one hand I hold the paper just on this side. With the other I go in between these two wings on this side till they're folded flat. My hand's just flat against it. With this thumb that's doing nothing, I hook around and hold it like that. And I go between these two sides and flatten. And now instead of a triangle man, we have two ears. The bottoms, like that. You are 95% done with this step. Okay. Now the two triangles on the bottom, we just want to fold straight up, one on one side, one on the other. So what we've done is we've taken these two little ears and kind of sandwiched them between the two triangles that were on the bottom. And the paper will tell you how far to bend. It's just folding it in half like this by splitting it. 1, 2, like that. Now you have a little triangle with a lot of points at the top. Points. Okay. You have a nice big point in front and a nice big point in back, and two little skinny points right here that were our two ears. Okay. Now, holding on the crease line with my finger and thumb, I'm going to pull one of the points straight out, hold it here, right here, so it stays, and squash it flat. Otherwise, it's going to do this all day. Okay? Gotta hold it in the center, pull it out, squash it flat, and it'll stay. You can already see the bird taking shape. You just pick one of these two little thin points. This is called an inside reverse fold. See, my thumb goes inside the paper. Reverse the direction. Squash. Flat. If you look at that carefully, it's just denting the paper in is all it is. And you squash the sides, and it makes the little bird's beak. And here's the bird's tail. Now, the wings, birds, don't flap like this. They flap like this. So you want the wings to come low at the tail and high at the neck. Low at the tail, high at the neck. The tip of the wing should come out under the beak of the bird. And you do the same thing to this wing. High at the neck, low at the tail. And a slant. Lift the wings up and pull straight back. Don't pump. Pull. If this rips, bird's dead, okay? So you have to be careful. I always tell my kids, it's Japanese, but it's not Nintendo. It's a piece of paper. So you have to be careful. There you go. That's the bird.